Astig vegans, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. And let me tell you what I'll be bringing this Thanksgiving. Filipino coconut pie or Buko pie. It will be just as nice and warm and filling like apple pie and pumpkin pie, but a little different, just to change things up a bit. For the ingredients, we're gonna need 2 cups of young coconut. I got mine at the frozen section at Rainbow Grocery. 1/4 cup coconut juice. I'm using fresh one from the husk from a young Thai coconut that I got at the supermarket, and you can open one using a Coco Jack. My friend said Coco Jack sent me one, so I'll show you how to use it. 1/4 cup of coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of potato starch. You may also use corn starch, 3/4 cup of natural sugar. You may use your favorite vegan sugar, for example, turbinado sugar, muscovado sugar, cocoa palm sugar, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, extra virgin, 2 cups of unbleached flour. I'm using unbleached because it's a little healthier because it hasn't gone through the refining process yet, so some of the nutrients are still intact. 1 teaspoon sea salt, 2/3 cup of vegetable shortening. They are available at your health stores, grocery stores. This one is from Rainbow and the brand is Spectrum. You could, Nutiva also has a product line that has a vegetable shortening. Earth Balance also. Just make sure it says non-hydrogenated. That means it's the healthy option. And last but not the least, 3 to 4 tablespoons of cold water. Let's get started. First, get a mixing bowl and we'll combine the flour and the salt. We add the vegetable shortening. Okay. Then using 2 knives, we're gonna separate them to form coarse crumbs. It doesn't have to be a big knife, just a butter knife, fine. Table knife is fine. And using crisscross motion like this horizontally, just keep doing that. If you have a pastry mixer, then you can use that instead, but this is the improvised version and we'll have the same result. See that? It's resembling coarse crumbs there. This is where the cold water comes in. Then we'll start with 1 tablespoon of cold water. Add it to one side here. Then using your hands, gently mix that side. One side here. Just want to do it bit by bit. So this is forming one dough here. We're gonna form a ball. So using a nice clean counter, we'll just sprinkle some flour here. So it won't stick on the counter. Okay, and then we'll divide this into 2. Okay. Using a rolling pin, you want to just keep expanding them. So they're thin enough. The Buko pie is a specialty of selected provinces in the Philippines. One of them is Laguna. So it is closer to Tagaytay. Those two are close to my hometown Cavite. So we always, whenever we visit Laguna, we always get Buko pie. It's not a perfect circle, but it is round. Put it around a little bit here. All right. Poke or prick them to create some holes.
There you go. We put them in the oven at 300 degrees for 5 minutes, just to cook it up a bit.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for it to cook in the oven for 5 minutes, we'll need the remaining, which is the top part of and we beat the clock. We're done in less than 5 minutes. The hardest part is done, which is kneading the pie crust onto the filling. And today I'm going to show you how to open a young Thai coconut using a cocoa jack. So it's really simple. You just use this, put it on the top part, and then let the weight do its job. Here. Great. If you've never had a chance to have fresh coconut juice from the husk, then you're missing out. You definitely have to try it. It's very different coming straight from the husk. And also the coconut meat is also pretty good. So I'm gonna help myself here. We're just gonna use like a mini scraper to get the meat out and add it to the rest of the frozen coconut meat that we had earlier. In a bowl, we'll mix 1/4 cup of the coconut juice and the potato starch. Okay. Then we'll now turn on the stove here. The coconut milk here. Potato starch and coconut juice. Sugar. And the coconut meat. You may shred them if you want, have them cut into big slices like this.
Also add the coconut oil. That will replace the butter. And it's fine that it's coconut oil instead of butter because we're making coconut pie anyway.
If it's a little runny like this, then you can add more potato starch mixture. Just drizzle that in. I added about 3 tablespoons more. Now some coconut meat are sold frozen with preservatives. So as much as possible, you want to stay away from those. This one I got was unpasteurized and it's raw. There's no preservatives in it. There's no sugar added. So it tasted really fresh and nice. Straight from the source. Okay, great. Now we turn off the heat. Time to assemble.
Great. Look at that. Yum.
And now we're gonna cover it with this crust here. And using a fork, we'll prick it. Just keep poking a little bit so the steam will come out. Let's get ready to prep this in the oven at 425, bake for about 35 minutes. After you've taken the pie out of the oven, you just want to let it cool down for a little bit because it's still very piping hot and the filling is still going to be a little runny and you're going to burn your stuff. So you just want to let it cool down for a little bit. Looks like it has cooled down a little bit, so it's still hot but not too hot. just how I remembered it back in Laguna when we would order this for a special treat for us. I hope you enjoyed this episode and try this at home for your Thanksgiving holiday or for any occasion for that matter. This is really nice and creamy and it does feel like a special treat any time of the day or for any special occasions. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Kain na, let's eat.
Got a two-bedroom place for them, but I'm all alone.